It's historic in numbers. We still don't know the numbers. It's in the many, many thousands. And after President Trump said, if they cross that line and do a violent crackdown, he will come to the rescue of the Iranian people.
And he hasn't.
That was a month ago.
Yeah.
And where we are now is we're back in Oman talking only about the nuclear, what's left of the nuclear program. That's exactly what Iran wants. And if it's possible the president wants a diplomatic off-ramp here and is looking for a deal, I don't think the Iranians are going to give it to him because Iran is doing what Iran does. They will only talk to us about nuclear, sanctions relief, and hostages when they hold hostages.
What is the impact when President Trump threatens Hamas? If you keep doing this, you're not going to like it. Threatens those responsible for the persecution and killing of Christians in Nigeria. Threatens Putin. And doesn't carry out the threat like Iran against Iran. You just brought that up. What is the implication there?
I've worked for 4 presidents, and one of the models I look to is Dwight Eisenhower, and he had a great saying, to paraphrase him: before a president talks about military action of any kind, lay out all the facts cold and hard, because you don't want to lay out that threat unless you're really ready to follow through. President Trump talks all the time about President Obama's red line against Assad and the use of chemical weapons. I think when President Trump laid down that very clear line a month ago to the Iranians, that if you crack down here and shoot your own people, which is what he said, we are locked and loaded, we're going to come to the rescue of the Iranian people. That's what he said. You then had this incredible massacre. If we don't do anything, I do think American credibility is really on the line. But, the president put himself in that box, and it's looking now to me tragically like Saddam Hussein in 1991, when George H.W. Bush said, take matters into your own hands to the Iraqi people, and Saddam Hussein then massacred the Iraqis who rose up. I think this has some time to play out. Look, President Trump is still putting the military pieces in place for what might be a very significant military operation against Iran. That could still be coming.
And sure, and I should just also note, of course we hope he succeeds. Of course, in bringing peace.
Absolutely. Yeah. The diplomacy in Oman, I don't want to be cynical. I know I've done a lot, but I've just seen this play out before. I hope there's a deal. I hope the Iranians say, we're giving up all enrichment, we're giving up our nuclear program, we're put limits on our missiles. We agree we're not going to suppress our own people, we're going to lift the communications blackout. But I'm skeptical, and that use of force might be coming. Sometimes presidents have to follow through on their threats.
All right, Brett McGurk, thanks so much. Appreciate it. My next guest is one of the 6 Democrats featured in that viral video urging service members to remember that they do not have to obey illegal orders. And now New Hampshire Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander says she is not going to sit for an interview with the Justice Department over that video. We're going to talk about why next.
As much as we appreciate what our mechanics can do and who they are, no one looks forward to seeing the inside of an auto shop. Because if you're here, your car is too. And that means something's wrong. And likely it means an expensive repair bill. That is, unless you've called CarShield. When you call CarShield before your car breaks down, they have plans that cover up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car. Don't wait. Call CarShield today before it's too late.
Call 800-788-2415.
I'm working on a story on tender.
It's a £9 billion company.
These people are capable of almost anything.
There's more going on underneath the hood. Welcome to the belly of the beast.
Who did I marry?
Shouldn't you know that, darling?
Conspiracy, racketeering. But without a smoking gun, you will lose.
You and your husband are dead men walking.
In St. Pete Clearwater, find just what you're looking for and more. More dollars and cents. More room and board. More fish and chips. Book now at visitspc.com. Head to St. Pete Clearwater for more. More dollars and cents. More room and board. More time and space. More fish and chips. More rhythm and blues. In St. Pete Clearwater, find just what you're looking for and more. Book now at visitspc.com.
Welcome to Bob's? What are you?
President Coolidge and I picked up this brand name mattress from the competition. Not sure I got the best President's Day deal.
At Bob's, we have the lowest price every day. Take our best-selling Lush mattress. It has high-density memory foam and a cooling cover, just like the competition, but only costs $9.99.
I paid way more than that.
Alvin, you've got to try this.
Calvin Coolidge.
When you find the better choice, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my mom!
I get to call someone I've looked up to a colleague.
We're two former White House correspondents with a tireless work ethic.
We're ready for whatever comes our way.
The Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer and Pamela Brown, weekday mornings at 10 on CNN and watch on the CNN app.
All There Is Live, now streaming at cnn.com/allthereis.
Taylor's engagement was just Princess Di level news.
$2.2 billion in spend is projected based on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding planning.
A Taylor Swift wedding is a pinnacle moment of celebrity culture.
It says a lot about our country that we have dragged Taylor Swift into a culture war about marriage.
People are invested in what they think that her life is.
I do. The Taylor and Travis era, now streaming on the CNN app.
I need to find my daughter.
Let's do what we do. I will hunt you down and stick a piece of dynamite right up your...
Looking for more from your next vacation? Come to St. Pete Clearwater, where you can rise and shine. Enjoy a few chips and dip. Discover arts and crafts. And wrap up with dinner and a show. In St. Pete Clearwater, find just what you're looking for, and then some. Book now at visitspc.com.
And we're back with our breaking news. Video from moments ago shows law enforcement back at the house of Nancy Guthrie. That is Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother, who was abducted from her home early Sunday morning. The FBI this afternoon confirmed it has received a new message about Nancy Guthrie. They're investigating its authenticity. This after the family last night posted another video message pleading for their mother's safe return after the first deadline in an apparent ransom note passed. We're going to continue to bring you any updates as we get them, and I know we all are rooting for the safe return of Nancy Guthrie as soon as possible. In our politics lead, several Democratic lawmakers have declined the Justice Department's request to sit for interviews over a video they made reminding service members that they can refuse illegal orders. It's a video the president suggested is, quote, punishable by death, which it's not. On the list, Senator Alyssa Slotkin of Michigan, plus Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander of New Hampshire, Congresswoman Chrissy Houlihan of Pennsylvania, and Congressman Chris DeLuzio, also of Pennsylvania. Each argues they were simply restating the law and will not bow to pressure from the Trump administration. And joining us now is one of those Democrats, Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander from the great state of New Hampshire. So, Congresswoman, you're the latest lawmaker to reject the Justice Department's request for an interview. When did you come to that decision and why?
Look, Jake, there is no crime here. There is no case here. This is a waste of taxpayer dollars. And at bottom, this is an effort to intimidate, to coerce, to silence members of Congress for simply doing our jobs. It's an effort that will not work. I will not bend the knee to this kind of lawless threat and rank weaponization of the Department of Justice, a department I was proud to serve at for many years, and a department that's so critical to our country.
How do you respond to those viewers right now who are watching and who say, well, if you didn't do anything wrong, why not just cooperate with the Justice Department's investigation?
Look, I've said all along, I've worked at the Justice Department for years. I will, of course, cooperate with any legitimate investigation. This is my duty as a citizen. It's my duty as a member of Congress. And it's just not right. And it's not something that I'm going to legitimize. This kind of abuse of power comes at great cost to the taxpayer. It comes at great cost to people on the receiving end of it. And I'll tell you, this is a waste of time and a waste of energy, and it's downright dangerous. We shouldn't be living in a country where we've got a Department of Justice that takes their orders from a president and that's doing the president's personal bidding. We've got serious problems to solve, and that's what I came to Congress to do.
I'm sure you've seen the video that CNN found of then Fox commentator or co-anchor, I'm not sure exactly what he was, but Pete Hegseth, before he was Secretary of Defense, back when he was a Trump critic, basically saying, when people were asking about Trump giving illegal orders if he were to win, basically saying something along the line of, well, people in the military don't follow illegal orders, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think that there is much difference substantively what he was saying from what you and your colleagues were saying in that video?
No, I do not. This is a cornerstone principle of American law. It's an incredibly important principle for the moment. This is something that, secretaries of defense throughout our history have repeated. This is something that Pete Hegseth himself has repeated. This is a basic principle that Attorney General Pam Bondi advanced in briefs before the United States Supreme Court in recent months. This is an uncontroversial cornerstone principle of American law, because we are a country where our military operates under the rule of law. We don't have a military that blindly follows orders. These were hard-earned lessons from history. It's not who we are as a country, and this basic principle is such an important one. Any other president in our history would have heard what we had to say in that short video, agreed completely, and moved on. And unfortunately, the president's response, becoming so unglued by this basic statement of law, is very sad to me. It's telling, and it's dangerous.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander from the great state of New Hampshire, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries posted a strongly worded response after Trump posted that racist video, the imagery of the Obamas as apes, and then he deleted it. Our panel's going to weigh in. That's next.
Looking for more from your next vacation? Come to St. Pete Clearwater, where you can rise and shine. Enjoy a few chips and dip. Discover arts and crafts. And wrap up with dinner and a show. In St. Pete Clearwater, find just what you're looking for, and then some. Book now at visitspc.com.
Life on the Mars farm, it's anything but quiet.
Every day is a lot of moving parts.
Especially with a renovation business that never stops.
There's no going back now.
Oh my God!
Yes. Fixer to Fabulous, all new Tuesday night at 8 on HGTV.
Bad Bunny is a phenomenon. He rivals someone like Beyonce or Taylor Swift.
Bad Bunny will be headlining this year's Super Bowl halftime show.
The bigger he gets, the more he doubles down on his Puerto Ricanness.
This is an American show, so it doesn't really make sense to me.
You are a business. Who better than the biggest star in the world?
Bad Bunny and the halftime show, Rhythms of Resistance, Saturday at 10 on CNN or watch on the CNN app.
I'm working on a story on Tender. These people are capable of almost anything.
Without a smoking gun, you will lose.
You and your husband are dead men walking.
Did the re-election of Donald Trump play any role in your decision to resign? Why do you need to study it? It sounds like the facts are on your fingertips.
Great question.
Do you have any concerns about Elon Musk?
There really is much more that unites us as Americans than that which divides us.
A moment with huge consequences for the nation and the world.
Watch The Lead, weekdays at 5 on CNN and watch on the CNN app.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max together for $19.99 a month.
Fascinating.
Well, let's go get my wife.
Charged. Clear.
So it begins.
It's the ultimate bundle for an unbelievable price.
Here's a breakdown of what you can find every weeknight out front. The real question comes down to, where is the supreme leader? Where are we when it comes to inflation? Direct, in-depth, and raw. Do you think that Pam Bondi is hiding something?
Hell yeah, I think she's hiding something.
Getting ahead of the biggest stories and giving you context you won't find anywhere else. Do you like capitalism?
No, I have many critiques of capitalism.
Aaron Burnett Out Front, weeknights at 7 on CNN, and watch on the CNN app.
Welcome to All There Is Live, a weekly live stream where I talk to others about grief and loss.
I don't think that I was ever prepared for loss.
And you can join the conversation too.
All There Is Live, now streaming at cnn.com/allthereis.
Back in our politics lead, a strong reaction earlier today from House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, who just posted this response about that racist image of Barack and Michelle Obama that President Trump posted earlier, or last night, I guess, and has now deleted.
Oh, wow.
This disgusting video posted by the so-called president was done intentionally. Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
And his vile, racist, and malignant behavior. This guy is an unhinged bottom feeder.
You might remember President Trump first really burst on the political scene by pushing the racist lie that the nation's first African-American president was born in Africa and thus was ineligible to be president. Not true and racist, and that was, of course, 15 years ago. Here now, the panel, Chuck Rocha, you're a pollster, right? You look. So, will this matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been doing outrageous, offensive things for a long time.
There's a couple things here. One is there's no doubt in Donald, and I'm one of the few Democrats that will admit this, that Donald Trump did make gains with African Americans in the last election. He had big gains with Latinos. And will this one thing swing all the Latinos and all the black folks back? No. But this thing added on to another thing, on him doing things with the civil rights memorials, him doing things with the economy, the price of beef going up. These things are all add on where Brian would like him talking about gas and groceries every day, but we're talking about this that keeps him off message, which is good for the midterms.
So the White House initially defended the post, and then they blamed the staffer, who they have not yet named, if this person exists. California Governor Gavin Newsom's press office, which does its saucy posts themselves, they wrote, "Wow, White House says Trump doesn't write his own tweets." Auto pen. Brian, a little cheeky post from the Gavin Newsom. Your thoughts?
I mean, listen, I think everybody likes to talk about Gavin Newsom, but the minute you peel that onion, you just realize you're going to cry. He has literally failed California at every sector of the economy. People are leaving the states, jobs are leaving the states, homelessness is up. He turned, during COVID, he basically turned California into a prison for private citizens. The only chance he has is to fight Trump because he can't run on his record.
So we're on the eve of Super Bowl weekend, and if you're looking for a complete break from politics when you turn on the game, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Take a look at this new ad from Perry Johnson. He's a Republican candidate running for governor of Michigan. He's spending $3 million to urge viewers to skip Super Bowl halftime, the show there, because of Bad Bunny doing the halftime show.
Oh, they're afraid of Bad Bunny. Oh, my goodness.
What's happened to the NFL? They chose Dust Bunny or Bad Bunny for the halftime? The NFL thinks this is the Bunny Bowl? Join me in changing the channel during halftime to Turning Point's All-America halftime show for some great American entertainment during America's game.
So, just as a note, obviously, Bad Bunny's from Puerto Rico, so he's
Yeah,
American.
he's an American citizen.
What do you think about
They don't
that
know that.
$3 million spend?
I don't think it's money well spent. You know how hard resources should be spent on political campaigns. That's a gimmick. He'll get a lot of support. I don't think he'll be able to make the money back. But at the end of the day, people just want to watch football and they want to be entertained.
Oh, man, shut up.
I'll be watching Bad Bunny. I'm not going to be turning over Talking Points Momo, but I just want politics out of my football.
Right.
I want to enjoy football. I want to join the halftime show. Sometimes you don't enjoy it. I remember Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. That was a horrible show. But I didn't change the channel. Let's just enjoy football.
So, were you objecting to the show because of the wardrobe malfunction?
No, I'm just not a Janet Jackson.
Isn't like that you're not a Janet Jackson fan. John, he won't be the only Republican changing the channel to watch Kid Rock during the Turning Points USA counter programming. Here's what White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said about who President Trump's going to be watching during halftime.
I think the president would much prefer a Kid Rock performance over Bad Bunny.
Vice President Vance also promoting the Turning Point USA alternative lineup on social media. What do you make of this the latest battle in the culture wars?
It's ludicrous for a Latino that loves Bad Bunny. This ain't even close, and I'm not trying to compare, but Bad Bunny has 87 million listeners a month on his social media. Kid Rock has 5. Bad Bunny is the #1 streamed artist in America. And for the NFL, this is not a crazy thing. For the NFL who wants to expand, I remind me and Brian had talked about before, I went and saw an NFL game this year in Madrid. They're trying to expand. He's the #1 listened to artist in the world. This is a way to expand your audience. It's just good business. And he's a whole lot cooler.
We should also note the Super Bowl has not only featured American citizen entertainers in 2023. Rihanna headlined. She's from Barbados.
There you go.
The Weeknd, who's from Canada, not yet our 51st state. In 2020, Colombian Shakira headlined along with J-Lo, and the show featured a special guest.
They're not American. They want Kid Rock.
2016 and 2010, Coldplay, The Who, they both are from the UK. So what's with the outrage? Is it because Bad Bunny has been outspoken against Trump, or what do you think it is?
I think it's our politics now, right? It's I spent some time obviously I spent a lot of time in the Republican echo chamber, right? There's now conservative banks. You can't trust J.P. Morgan, you can't trust Chase. Trust this conservative bank. There's now insurance companies because you can't trust. So you almost have you almost have a balkanization of our politics that's bleeding into our economic and our economic choices, and that's what you see. I think we're in an era where red has to be these products, blue has to be these products, and now it's bleeding into our music.
This is a losing argument all the way around, not about Brian, not about the Republicans, but about culture. Yeah. There's one thing in America is that Latinos, whether it's Brian, whether it's me, whether it's Bad Bunny, Latinos have become a big part of the fabric of this country, and Bad Bunny is just one example from Puerto Rico of what we're seeing all across the country. Your favorite Mexican restaurant, your favorite dance moves, all of these things make us beautiful, all of these things.
Yeah. It's interesting, though. It also comes down to this, and this is just an age-old debate about can you separate the art from the artist. You don't like you don't like Bad Bunny's politics. He's not a fan of Trump. Trump's not a fan of him, etc. Does it matter?
It's racist.
I understand why people feel that way, and my personal view is if an actor or a performer is so outspoken, I can't think of anything other than that when I'm listening or watching. Sure, I get it, but I don't think that describes Bad Bunny. His music's not political.
No, listen. Like I said, I think it's just the era of politics that we're in. First of all, we have this immigration stuff that's going on, but we really do have a separation of economies. You have a red economy, you have a blue economy, and this is just another example. Hollywood and the entertainment industry has always been blue, so we're not surprised by this. But now Republicans are finding alternatives. Kid Rock's the alternative. Kiss from Stan. Kiss is the alternative. There are now sort of alternative factions that sort of didn't promote themselves that are finally starting to promote themselves, and I think we're going to see more of it. I just want to watch football and be entertained.
Bad Bunny's done one thing for sure. He's lifted up Puerto Rico. He's doubled down. His music is about the culture and about his island, about how proud he is to be from there, about trying to hold every party accountable in Puerto Rico to do what's right by their people.
Thanks to both of you. Gracias. President Trump's latest demand in his quest to put his mark not just on the nation's capital, but also New York City and a lot of different places. That's next.
What's happening?
We're ordering up jokes for the show.
Oh, I want to try. Oh, that's just sick.
Oh, it's not too sick for me.
Have I got news for you? Saturday at 9 on CNN and next day on the CNN app.
That seems like the best job in the world, the Mel Brooks job.
I'm glad nobody took it.
No one was as good.
He got everything right.
you became the superstar.
I'm very talented. I was born to make people laugh. So I do that.
I need to find my daughter.
Let's do what we do.
I will hunt you down and stick a piece of dynamite right up your...
Explore CNN podcasts for your daily dose of news, culture, and smart storytelling. And discover the conversations shaping
As
our world.
always,
Follow and listen to
CNN
CNN podcasts wherever you get your podcasts.
Page, just the name.
That no one would have
Address
expected even a
come
few
later.
months ago.
There's new
All
drama here on
public
Capitol Hill
information.
tonight.
If you received that order, would you have carried it out?
Wouldn't you tell your friends back home I'm joining Border Patrol or some surprise?
They change and change.
Here are the 5
and
things you
change.
need to know to start your day.
Not a ton of
Should kids be allowed on
Thank
social
you.
media?
You know, I think a lot of women right now ask that question.
Welcome to All There Is Live, a weekly live stream where I talk to others about grief and loss,
I don't think that I was ever prepared for loss.
and you can join the conversation too.
All There Is Live, now streaming at cnn.com/allthereis.
College basketball all season long on TNT, True TV, and stream on HBO Max.
How good a knight are you, Sir Duncan the Tall?
Who will stand and fight with me?
Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max together for $19.99 a month.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I was born to play this character.
The malfunctioning program, fascinating.
We need to know what's out there.
Now let's go get my wife.
This is something new, something unfamiliar. Who'd like the first boat?
This is not for the faint of heart.
Charge clear.
What chance do I have? I have no chance.
It's the ultimate bundle for an unbelievable price.
Grief isn't talked about much, but that's what my podcast is all about. Join me and my guests for a new season with new conversations about loss, life, and love.
All There Is with Anderson Cooper. Listen at cnn.com/allthereis. Weeknights on CNN.
Tonight on 360,
The stories that matter.
This whole area is just engulfed in flames.
From a trusted voice, Anderson Cooper 360. Weeknights at 8 on CNN.
CNN This Morning with Audie Cornish. Weekdays at 6 a.m. on CNN.
In our politics lead, you can walk down Trump Boulevard, you can pass Trump Tower, you can read your Trump Bible and eat a Trump steak. Excuse me. But apparently, that's not enough. Now the president is demanding that his name be added to both Dulles Airport outside Washington, D.C. and New York's Penn Station. He reportedly offered to unfreeze funding for New York's Gateway Tunnel construction if those changes are made. CNN's Tom Foreman takes a look at just how far the Trump name has spread.
He's lost his mind.
Trump is sharp. Trump was right. They love Trump. Trump. Donald Trump. I love Trump. Donald J. Trump.
What's in a name? Apparently a lot if you were President Donald J. Trump, who now wants to add Washington's Dulles Airport and New York's Penn Station to the long list of landmarks, programs, and properties renamed in his honor.
These are the best in the world.
A class of battleships have been tagged for Trump. So has the U.S. Institute for Peace, which his budget cuts nearly wiped out. There he was on a massive banner hanging from a government building. There he is on that gold visa offering residency to foreigners who donate $1 million to the government.
It's sort of a green card plus.
Here he is again on a new commemorative coin, on some passes to national parks, on retirement accounts for children.
I believe the Trump accounts will be remembered as one of the most transformative policy innovations of all time.
And just this week, the White House rolled out a new way for consumers to buy prescription drugs.
That's TrumpRx.gov.
Oh,
If you like your
man.
steak, you'll absolutely love Trump steaks.
Trump's name has long been a feature of his private business empire, the wins and the losses.
At Trump University, we teach success.
But his attempts to brand his name all over the government has repeatedly met
No crap.
controversy, legal challenges, and ridicule. Look at this meme from New York Governor Kathy Hochul. Of course, Trump was thrilled when his new hand-picked board at the Kennedy Center suggested adding his name to that building.
And they voted unanimously, so I was very honored. Thank you.
But with numerous artists canceling their appearances and a reported deep dip in ticket sales, the center is now being closed for 2 years for renovations. It all may be a painful truth for this president, who has proposed a new monumental arch in his honor, has shown interest in having the local NFL stadium bear his name, and has suggested maybe he would look good on Mount Rushmore.
People are very frustrated with his administration, and they're frustrated with where the standing is of the economy and how he's handling immigration. Those are the issues people want to hear about, not his name on another building.
And this is really the key problem here. He has a base that really loves him, but they are a minority. Polls again and again are showing now that most Americans do not think he's doing a very good job, and yet he's raising more monuments to himself than any president in modern times. Monuments which I can note, if you're not very popular as president, the next president can take down as fast as you put up.
Yes.
And still his name is popping up all over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he loves it, and he's getting it spread putting it all over the place.
Trump Foreman, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Sorry about that. Coming up Sunday on State of the Union, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
Well, that's my out.
The administrator for the Center
Thank you for
Medicare
joining.
Medicaid Services. That's Sunday at 9 a.m. and noon Eastern.
Get with you
only
tomorrow
on
for,
CNN. That will be anchored by Dana Bash. If you ever miss an episode of The Lead, you can watch the show on the CNN app. Our good friend Erin Burnett and her show Erin Burnett Out Front starts now. Have a great weekend. See you Monday afternoon.